going on, everybody? Let's talk Jets radio. Apologies, no intro. I forgot how to upload it. That's my bad. I got to hit up Tyson for that. Tyrone, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Friday night. We made it to the
Ah,
weekend. Cheers.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, yo, that's a long day. Went to the gym, getting ready for this preview show. Excited, man.
Dude,
Let's.
dude,
Uh,
dude, I just did a fucking hour on the bag. I hadn't worked out serious in like 3 weeks. I am dragging it right now. I don't know how
bro,
long I'm going to make it.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I dogged it today, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I dogged it in the gym today. Yo, like you know what? I showed up. I didn't show
You're
out,
like the
man. You
Jets.
know
You
what
just
I'm
showed
saying?
up. That's it.
Yes, I wasn't legendary
It's
today.
that,
I
it's
promise
dude. It's that first day back, man. It's that first day back
you.
after you take a few days off. It's terrible, and for me, it was a
But
few weeks.
I,
So
I did like five. I
sucked.
walked like 5 miles last night, bro. So like,
Good for you,
and I
man.
did I get no sleep. So it kind of just, it was a long day. So you know how we do.
You almost
Let's
at
get
that
to it.
goal yet, or what?
Nah, bro. We still. I mean, like you know what? I'm pushing it back to the end of the year. So I'm getting there. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm getting there. Um, I'm not where I want to be
We
at, but
got
I'm
we got the
actually.
receipts. And speaking of receipts, Romeo brought up a few last night.
Yo,
I don't know
I
if you saw.
watched.
I don't know if you
I
saw the
watched it
review.
today.
Did you see your receipt?
Yo,
You
which one?
promised videos and content and brand new Tyrone
Hey,
this year. Where's that been at?
hey, man. Tyrone did a couple
The
of videos.
people want to hear from you, bro.
I did more videos this year than I have ever.
What,
So
3?
five, like 4 or 5. Yeah, I sent Tyson a few too. It couldn't upload. So
And we wonder
we're
why
working on
Salah keeps lower. Never mind. Anyway, dude,
it.
jump into the game. Browns
uh,
1-0. It's their home opener. Joe Thomas getting inducted to the Ring of Honor. Obviously, it
absolutely.
should be a pretty loud crowd environment. How do you think the Jets come into that stadium? Do you think this team comes out prepared to fight for Coach Salah?
I think the team comes out. I'm going to be honest with you. I think with some of the rookies, a lot of these guys played at big schools, like what I'm saying, Gary, Ohio State. That doesn't even compare to what I'm saying, what's going to happen in Cleveland. But I do think it's going to be a little nervous first game on the road. But it's going to be an electric atmosphere. The dog pound's going to definitely be doing what they're doing, giving Joe Thomas his flowers because he's deserved it. He's always been stand-up guy, great offensive lineman for Cleveland. So I'm expecting these guys to be, you know what I'm saying, to come out and fight, bro. I think that the one thing I love about this Cleveland game, man, it's going to be a dogfight, man. This is real football. Put your big boy pants on. Let's go.
Just saying what's up to the chat really quick. Thank you guys for showing up. Even though Tyson is not here, he did a phenomenal breakdown with Jeff Lloyd, who really knows his X's and O's when it comes to the Browns. So definitely check out all his content. And dude, I agree with you, man. The team has no choice at this point. Salah stuck his chest out during the week, which could have been a good thing at the end of the day if it ultimately gets the team to show up prepared. But they have no choice, dude. They got to make this game dirty. They got to hit the Browns in the mouth, be prepared to do some ground and pound. And I actually think LaFleur, he kind of has no choice. He threw the ball 59 times. He even said in his press conference the other day, like looking back at the stat sheet, he was like, I kind of fucked up, basically was what he said. So,
Absolutely.
to come out and start throwing the ball early this game, if you fall behind and you're playing catch up, now you're looking at Flacco throwing the ball 100 times in 2 games. That's going to look terrible.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
just the state of the offensive line right now, you got to find some way to establish some ground and pound. But you look at the injury report and it looks like CJ Uzama is going to be out. So what kind of
Yep.
impact do you think that's going to have?
I think it's going to be huge. I think that, I was looking for 12 personnel in this game. I don't think you can use Kaiser as the blocker that, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to become a problem. Conklin kind of struggles in blocking as well. And you got 2 bookends, brother, absolutely probably the top 3, top 5 in this NFL. So I think it's going to be a huge loss. I think because I look more to
Let me
12
get the
personnel than I look for anything else. So I think that's going to be a big problem. What do you think?
Well, bigger question, actually. Do you think we're going to see more of Jeremy Ruckert, or do you think they're going to go with Lawrence Cager since he already got, like 20 something snaps in the opener?
I think you bring Rucker up, and I think you dress Rucker, and I'm just saying why because Usama's out, and you're not. You need a blocker, bro. Listen, you have to help with Miles Garrett. This guy's on a mission. This guy's absolutely just dominant, man. And he's showing the NFL exactly who he is, man. He's the best defensive end in this league, and hands down, bro. He makes sure that everyone knows it. Then on the other side, you have Clowney, bro. There's no way you can allow our rookie to go against this and not give him some help. So I'm looking for them to bring Rucker up, I mean, to dress Rucker and see what happens.
I'm worried, dude. I'm worried
Yeah.
about the offensive line. And you know what? I think it's being undersold, the condition of Fan. I think he sat out Tuesday. He was limited on Wednesday. He was full, I believe today. But I'm still nervous about that knee injury. He had the surgery in the offseason. He was kind of in and out during training camp. I know Samini mentioned it right before the season started that, there were a couple practices where he was limping around, didn't really look good. Now, when we've already touched on, you moved him to right tackle, now back to left tackle. How motivated is he even right now to kind of push it if he's not feeling 100%? He's looking for that contract. He's not trying to go out there and fuck himself up,
Yeah, why would he? I mean, listen, they moving him around, no continuity in the offensive line, going against a defense like this. Like it's like, like I'm telling you, the football gods hate the Jets sometimes, bro. It's just crazy, man. Absolutely, Rucker's a great blocker, and I think that's why you're going to key in on that. I think if Fant is struggling, you have to give him help. I mean, you can't put the rookie on the island by himself. I mean, it's just weird, bro. Like I think that you have to find a way to neutralize their pass rush, but understand that they're going to get there. They're going to get theirs, man. I think they're solid all the way around. I mean, so when you're looking at this Cleveland team, man, listen, they're built the right way. And the great thing about it is, man, they've done it in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? The same thing that we want and we hope for is what they're doing right now in 3 years, and you see it on the field. So they have their identity. They're an old school football team. They're gonna beat you with the run, and they're gonna play good defense and lock you down and get after you. So it's gonna be an interesting outlook on Sunday.
I'll just answer this really quick. I generally agree that the media is often very toxic around the team, especially when they're bad. But that's part of the point, though. They've been bad for so long. Like we're all in the same boat right now. Like show us some results, and you'll get the benefit of the doubt. But right now, for Saleh, he's 4-14. He's got a lot to prove. Joe Douglas has a lot to prove. This entire team, nobody's really proven anything yet. So like while we're excited about the talent, it still all has to come together. And once they do start showing that, they're going to get plenty of credit.
Yep. And what's the old saying? You are what your record is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you 4-14. That's not, that's in no way, shape, fashion, or form cannot be good. So but listen. I'm going to say this. I will say that we're definitely moving in the right direction. And as Jet fans, especially the guys that's been around for a long time, that love this team, and the young bucks is coming in. Like you have to understand that this has been the best I've seen this roster in a really long time.
Yep.
And what we have to understand and what we have to do is we have to understand how to win. And that's something that Coach spoke on
It's
a
a
couple
mentality,
times.
dude. It's a
Yeah,
mentality.
and I agree with him because listen, and I agree with the same thing you're saying, prime time. But when you're used to losing, when you're used to making a mistake or doing the wrong things, you got to break that. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same way you asked me about my diet, the same way you asked me about me losing weight. You know what I'm saying? It's days where I'm up and it's days where I'm down. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that
Yep.
can't nobody do this but me. So I got to make sure I push through. And I think that for the first time, we have a lot of guys, Quan Alexander, all-purpose dog, C.J. Mosley, dog. You know what I'm saying? Quincy Williams, dog. You know what I'm saying? Whitehead, dog. Reed, dog. Sauce, dog. Michael Carter, dog. I mean, so you know what I'm
A lot of
saying?
dogs.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the first time we can say that, man. So I don't think the moment's going to be too big for these guys. And I think that they're going to come out and play. And listen, I'm not. I don't care about, like I said, wins and losses. I do care, but I don't.
I
I
do.
care about. I care about going into the fourth quarter and being competitive.
Yeah.
If this game, if it's 2 or 3 minutes left and we're in this game, I'm happy with that. I mean, but to say the game is over at halftime, I don't
And
want to
and
see no more games like that.
and that's the bare minimum for this week. For all the
Yep.
talking that they did, like you
Yep.
have to show up. You can't
Yep.
be down 14-0 after the first
Yep.
quarter. This game can't be a 3-4 score game going into the
Yep.
fourth. You cannot get blown out in this one. So
Yep.
going real quick to the quarterbacks. Obviously, both teams have their backups in there. First, who do you think has the advantage between Flacco and Brissett? And other follow-up question here. Do you think actually Joe Flacco is going to have a short leash here? And do you think we're going to see Mike White? Because a lot of talk about Mike White
Uh,
this week. I tend to think that the fans are pretty excited about him. He maybe give the huddle some juice. Flacco said they didn't have that. So do you think we go to Mike White at any point if they struggle early on?
all right, first part of the question. I'm going to say I think Flacco's the better quarterback. I think Brissett has the better offensive line, which I think makes him have the better position.
He's
I think,
underrated, Brissett.
yeah, absolutely. And I think one thing that people don't understand is what Cleveland has. Listen, Cleveland doesn't give a damn if you know what they're going to do. That you know what Cleveland's going to do, and they don't care. They say stop it, yo. So
And they
I
know
think
what we want to do too.
exactly. And I think their job, I think that makes their job a whole lot easier. I think if Flacco has time, I think Flacco is a way superior quarterback. At the end of the day, he's a Super Bowl winning MVP quarterback. You cannot take that from him. He earned that, yo. So he played at the highest level and won. So Brissett, I think he's a young quarterback. Well, he's not young, he's been in the league for a while, but he's still young. I think that what the team that he has with Cleveland is perfect for him. He doesn't have to throw the ball 40 or 30 times. They're not asking him to do that. They're asking him to make, you know, a handful of great throws, check the ball down, and that's what that's what he wants them to do to win till Deshaun gets back. I think that if we can get to him, I think he's a more, you know, you don't have to plan for him like you plan for Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's a freak. He's a freak of nature. You know what I'm saying? He's the most, you know, underrated running quarterback since Michael Vick. So I think that Brissett doesn't bring that. Brissett runs, but he doesn't bring that. But
I think in order for Flacco to succeed, it's going to depend more on the game plan. Where like LaFleur, he's got to be creative in some kind of capacity, whether it's, you know, just a lot more motions, going up tempo, doing some end around, some trickery. Like he's got to get a little bit more imaginative than he was week one. You can't just, you know, run it first down, run it second down, and leave Flacco sitting there, you know, third and long, because that's just going to get him killed. Against Browns D line, you know.
And also, I think what you do is in a situation like this, you get the balls into your playmakers' hands and you get to them in space. I think that what you do is you take advantage of Garrett Wilson, you take advantage of Elijah Moore.
He's got to be on the field.
Exactly. You score Davis' big body. I say, so if you go to 12 personnel, you're able to put Wilson on the field. I think that works. I think also, you know what I'm saying, you might want to spread them out to where it's like, you know, to get the ball to Flacco hands quick. But I think that if you run the football, you can use play action to distract them, but you have to be able to run the football. That wasn't done last week. You know what I'm saying? If you look at what Carolina did, I think Carolina, like in the first half, they had like 42 yards. Period, running the ball. So I mean, that might be for the whole game. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm just saying that, you know, you have to. Yeah, you have to be able you have to be able to do something to offset their pass rush. You have to make them be honest. And I think that, you know, to me, the one, I'm not gonna say weak part of Cleveland's team is their secondary. You know what I'm saying? Their linebackers, you have to exploit them. Guys out the backfield. You know what I'm saying? You have, you know, these young guys, these young backs have to pick up. You have to pick up a back. You know, I watched Michael Carter get bull rushed thrown out the way and led to a sack last week. You know what I'm saying? That can't happen again. I mean, I watched, you know what I'm saying, Bryce miss a block. I mean, that can't happen. And that's why Tevin Coleman was so important to a team like this, because you need a seasoned veteran that can understands what it takes and what it costs to get done.
I guess we had a good week of practice. Darren, I was going to send you a link, but this is going to be like a real quick show. We're probably wrapping it up in like 10 minutes. Yeah, because Tyson already did his preview, and I'm not very excited about this game if I'm being completely honest. So I'm going to special teams real quick. Obviously, Cade York, he's all the talk right now. Hit the big field goal last week to win it for the Browns. What's your confidence level if this is a close game late in Zerline and the Jet special teams to actually make a positive impact in this one?
I'm confident in our punt coverage team. I'm confident in our kickoff return team and
Berrios?
our coverage team. I am nowhere confident in our kicker until he makes an extra point. Like I said, man, listen, that missed field goal was huge momentum swing for Baltimore last week, and we still came out and played good defense. But that could have been an upswing for your team that really needed it. So my bad.
Mike keeps getting a little choppy.
Yeah, my bad. So what happens is I'm thinking that if you're looking at the situation like that, I'm just saying that, yo, listen, we haven't played good. Zerline has not, you know what I'm saying, shown us that he's the right guy. He has a great leg and he can kick the ball off in the end zone, but at the end of the day, he can't make a 45-yard field goal when needed. So I'm not confident at all.
And Mann's been questionable all week too. I think he's like dealing with back stiffness. They brought in another punter, so we don't even know if he's going to be active. I think this is Zerline's last chance though. If he misses one or two this week, out the door, bring back Pinheiro. You can.
Pinheiro is on the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, he got picked up already?
Yeah, so and he hit 2 field goals last week. So you know what I'm saying? So that shows you. Yeah, but they're gonna have to find somebody else. And this is an ongoing problem, and I think that's the biggest thing. But the game's on the line. I don't trust them, not at all.
All right, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in. Missed you too, Trevor.
Nephew.
Tyrone, can you kick for us this weekend?
Yeah, I wish I could, bro. But listen, I think I give Zerline a run for his money, man. Like, yo, he's just not I'm not saying he's not a good kicker, but listen, this kid has a humongous leg. He's just not accurate. And I don't know if it's, you know, and listen, and Warrior's one of the best special team coaches in the NFL. But if he can't get you right, nobody will. So I don't know, bro. I'm scared, man. I really am.
Yes, the Jets did cut Amendola, and he got picked up by KC. Another one on another roster.
Yep.
Browns O-line does have some injuries. I believe tackle Conklin, he's questionable, but he practiced today, so I expect him to be out there. I know their backups injured, so you know if he were to go down, they'd be on their third string tackle. Not that it really mattered for us against the Ravens. All right, so if you guys want to leave your predictions, scores, any other questions, feel free. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
And one other thing I want to say about Cleveland, listen, Cleveland's going to line up and they're going to run the ball in your throat. It's what they're going to do. Listen, I mean, their game plan is simple, bro. And it's crazy because they don't hide what they're gonna do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, yo, I think they got like 8 or 9 running plays. They're gonna run the ball in your throat and they don't care, bro. So this is big boy football, man. If you love football and you love being able to just watch a physical dominating game, this is what it is. This is why we need our offense to give our defense a break. Because if these guys have to hit Chubb all day long, by the fourth quarter, it's a wrap, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna run all over us.
Yeah, question here from Kieran. Do you think we can run the ball, control the clock, and make Brissett pass the ball? Dude, running the ball is going to be a lot easier said than done. Browns are going to be looking for it. They're going to try to force Flacco to throw the ball. I said it earlier. I think you got to throw the ball in order to set up the run. Be ready to throw the ball on first down. Try to get 4 or 5 yards. Make it second and manageable. If you run it on first, run it on second, I'm telling you, it's going to be third and long all day long, and Flacco's going to get killed.
I think so as well. I think that, you know what I'm saying, you got to give him, you have to set up his hot reads, but I think trying to come out and do what Cleveland does, I just don't think the offensive line is there yet. I think in a couple of weeks our line will be there, but I just think, these guys, they haven't been together long enough to really get that kind of feel and understand it. But I think, I think we could have success running the ball in between the guards. I think that's where we'll be able to hit them at. And on Clowney's side too, Clowney's not really known for a physical edge setter, so I think we have a chance there too. So.
All right, assuming we do a good job containing Garrett and limit both Chubb and Hunt below 100 yards, is that like combined, both of them? Do we win the game? Absolutely.
Right.
Yep.
Hey, listen.
Done.
Listen, man. I'll take that any day of the week.
If you're saying both of them combined under 100 yards, absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Chubb and Hunt under 100 yards, bro. Listen, I love this.
Brissett should not be throwing for 300 yards to beat you, because if he does, that's a whole nother set of issues that we're going to get into on solid.
Prime time. Do you come out and put 9 in the box?
9?
Do you come out?
I mean, you still got Cooper, you still got Njoku.
I mean, are you matching?
Peoples-Jones is a good weapon.
Are you matching these guys up one-on-one and like, look, yo, hold it down? Is that the only way you can really stop what Cleveland's doing? I mean, would that be something?
You can go 8 in the box and trust DJ Reed and Sauce one-on-one on their matchups with some safety help over the top. But
okay.
9 in the box getting a little crazy there. I think you're just asking to give up some big plays, especially with Whitehead. I mean, Whitehead's questionable too. He hasn't fully practiced all week, I don't think. Actually, I think he was a full go today.
The one thing about Cleveland, man, and I'm watching like cuts of these guys, man. Listen, man, they'll pull their center and their guard, bro, and it's like, Chubb just finds the crease and he's gone, and he's big and he's physical, man. It's just gonna be, man. It's gonna be a dogfight.
Do you think that Saleh will unleash Garrett Wilson this week?
He has to. Listen, when you have a mismatch like Wilson, I think last week, and I like what LaFleur said. He said, like, listen, I thought it was too big for the kid, and it wasn't. Like I said, this kid, when the lights come on, this kid is ready. So, like, let him loose. You have to.
What's going to be Amari Cooper's stat line versus Gardner?
I think you match Reed up against Garner, and I think you put Sauce on Peoples-Jones. I think that.
Well, they're not going to move though. They're not going to move. I don't know how the Browns line up their receivers, but typically in the offseason and in preseason, Sauce and Reed have stayed on the same side.
If he's going against Sauce, I mean, listen, Cooper's a skilled veteran. I will give him that. I'm gonna say 3 catches, 37 yards, something like that.
I'll go 4 for 55. He'll make some plays.
Okay.
More because I'm concerned about the safety help.
Yeah.
You guys are like a comedy special when the Jets get blown out in the game. I don't know if that's good or bad, but thank you anyway, Michael.
I mean, it hurts, man. Like, listen, man, we're not in the stats, man. Listen, we ain't to have a good time, man.
Buffalo Jet, think we move away from 2 and 3 tight end sets with Uzama out and run more 11 personnel.
Possible.
What do you think about that?
No, I like that. I mean, listen, long as you're giving like Fant or the rookie some help, I think you.
I still want 2 tight ends out there.
I mean, I don't listen. I don't think you come out full time like that, but I think you go at them. I think that, listen, I think the way you attack Cleveland is run the ball up the middle. I think you have to do that. I think we got probably really, really good guards. I think that, Tomlin and AVT, or they'll come out and I think they'll be able to push the hole. And I think McGovern, I think we got a chance to run the ball up the gut, and I think that's what you got to take the advantage at.
Jets are going to rally behind Saleh. Jets get this win. Book it. Dude, I would love to see it, man. Like we say it every week. We're all rooting for Saleh. He's such a likable guy. Like, if the team were to actually rally behind him this week, that would be awesome. It shows that he still does have some kind of command of the locker room, which is good. Elijah versus Ward and Amari versus Gardner are going to be good, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, Elijah in the open field, bro. He's a hard check, man.
And then we go to Larry. Jets are going to rally behind a loser and lose.
Wow.
Just
I'm
need to throw
positive
the
tonight.
kitchen sink at Cleveland. Must win, baby. It's
Yes,
not a
sir.
must win, but it's a must compete game. I'll keep saying that.
Not
It's a
prime
must
time.
compete game. You cannot get blown out. This has to be a close game in the fourth quarter.
I'm
Has to be.
borderline. I'm borderline. I'm gonna say I'm gonna agree with both of you. I'm saying it's almost a must win, and it's damn sure it better be going into the fourth quarter with the game tied, with the game close, and it be determined by a score. It has to be anything 10 or more, man. It's just gonna get ugly. You gotta think Chubb and Hunt gets better in the fourth quarter, so you got to tone all game. You're gonna have to beat these guys up, and these guys, bro, they're physical, man.
Kieran, since I'm not going to be spending all day Saturday preparing for a tailgate tomorrow, I will actually get a betting video up, so stay tuned for that. I'm pretty sure all the player prop bets usually come out tomorrow morning, so I'll definitely get something up tomorrow. Real quick, thoughts on Conklin and Uzama on players, and we'll start to wrap up soon and give our final predictions. What are your thoughts on Conklin and Uzama as players? Especially for the money that they're making. I'll throw that in there too.
No, I mean, listen, it was game one, man. I'm not bugging out on that. Listen, man, they're the best tight ends we had since Dustin Keller, bro. So listen, let's be realistic here, man. We can't complain about having tight ends. We get some, and then game one they wasn't used correctly. Now everybody wants to jump off the deep end. Come on, man, be realistic, bro. They're the best that we've had in a long time, and you know what I'm saying. Then we got Rucker, we got the young kid, and we got Cager, bro. Listen, this is the best tight end group, best tight end room we've had in fucking 20 years, man. Chill out with that. You?
I'm a little worried about Uzama, if I'm going to be honest. For the price tag, the fact that
for game one, you bugging out on game one.
Hold on. Considering the fact that Lawrence Cager played almost as much as him, doesn't that at least raise some eyebrows a little bit? And the fact that he's already hurt, he's had some injuries before. He's never had more than like 43 catches in a season. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but for the price tag, I'm saying like raise a little eyebrows right now. Very good player though that I'm very happy with, and the leadership. I have to.
Yes.
I do love him as a leader. So I can't not say that. So I love him as a leader.
Cager's a mismatch nightmare, and that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to exploit Baltimore's weakness, man. I understand why they did that, but listen, you can't teach pedigree, you can't teach leadership, and you can't teach heart, man. This one thing that Uzama brings to the table, bro. Nah, man, it's game one, man. Now, holler at me at game 17. We'll see where he at, but I'm happy with him right now in the price tag.
Hire Sean Payton and trade for Lamar, Solomon Wilson. we had a long talk about this on Tuesday night. I just don't think Woody Johnson's going to pay what it takes to get a guy like Sean Payton in here. Nor do I think Sean Payton would want to come to a situation like the Jets.
Yeah, listen, Sean Payton is going to Dallas. Book it now. Yo, listen. When you do your cut up again, make sure you lock this one in. Sean Payton's going to Dallas. I said it first. Let's go.
You didn't say it. Everybody's been saying that. How many quarters will hopefully all four? I mean,
all four.
What kind of question is that, Trevor? How many quarters? You mean like how many snaps is he going to play? Hopefully 4 quarters. I don't know.
I think that. I think what you're trying to say is how many snaps he's going to end up getting. I think probably about. I don't know. I'd say definitely over 30, 25, 20, 25, 30. Listen, I think that this
it depends how much the defense is on the field, too. I mean, last week the defense had like 50-something snaps. They weren't on the field that much.
This is the kind of game you love for him because it's physicality, and he brings the physicality. And he's at the end, and he won't be denied. So this is the game that this kid's gonna shine. So,
all right, Tyrone, your final prediction for the game. What do you got?
Look, man, I know I'm always drinking the Kool-Aid and I'm always going to ride with the Jets, you know what I'm saying? But this game right here, man, I think it's just going to be a dogfight. I think the Jets do be in it at the end of the game. I think it comes down to a late field goal. I'm taking Cleveland 17-14 and a nail-biter dogfight. Jets rally, Jets play. You know what? Changing the pick, baby.
What?
New York Jets.
Wait, what the fuck?
17.
Stop, dude.
Cleveland Browns 14. Let's go, baby. I believe in you boys, man. I ain't playing that junk. I'm saying it right here, baby. Jets come out with the win. 17-14. Late kick. Let's go.
Did you really just change it live on the air like that?
Yeah, I did. I can't do it.
I know. So you're simply making that pick not because you believe it.
I believe
you feel obligated to as a fan.
I believe.
You don't believe it.
I believe it's going to be.
Just pick the Browns.
I believe it's going to be 14-14 going into the fourth quarter.
That was the biggest waffle I've ever seen on the show.
Hey, yo, nah, it's not a waffle, man.
The
You know what?
biggest waffle I've ever
I
seen
had
on
to
this
go
show.
with my listen. In conscious, I think the Cleveland's probably is the better team in the whole field advantage. I just feel in my gut, man. My gut's telling me, man, Jets gonna pull this one off, man. I'm taking 17-14 Jets, man. Call it,
well,
call it, man.
I left this comment up from Romeo. I do think we will see Mike White at some point in this game. I think the defense is going to come out fast, physical, strong, and they're going to keep the Jets in the game just like they did against the Ravens. I think the offense is going to struggle early on. I think they're definitely going to struggle to contain Myles Garrett, but it will be a close game at halftime. And whether it's by injury or Saleh just feeling the pressure, feeling like the team needs a spark, Mike fucking White is coming into this fucking game, and we're walking out of Cleveland with a fucking win.
Yeah,
24 to 20.
Yeah,
Hold on. 24 to 20. 24 to 20 only if led by Mike White. If Flacco plays the whole game, Jets lose.
Yo, I like the energy. I like that, man. I like that, man. Listen, yo, love you guys, man. Y'all know what it is, man. And I couldn't do it, man. It's time, man. I just feel like, listen, it's been a good week to practice. It's gonna be a dogfight. But listen, it's gonna be a physical game, man. We're gonna
joining the stream Sunday?
Don't know. I gotta actually do something. So, but
all good.
You know what I'm saying?
Tyson and I will be here if you guys want to join us. Thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight. Had a good time. Know this was a short show. Appreciate you guys joining us. Have a good night. Go Jets Sunday.
Jets up, baby. You already know what it is. Let's go.